man.
Hello.
Hello, welcome to the Grey Man channel once again. It's Monday, well it's Tuesday actually, but this comes out on Monday. And yeah, we're here to talk about Elric's vinyl again. He's got some more vinyl and we've got some more beer.
Yeah.
Talk about, I've got
Beer
Waggle
today.
Dance.
Oh, yeah, it's the honey one. It's nice, that.
Honey, London Pride.
Yeah.
Yeah, we live in London, so proud for London, obviously.
Yeah.
What you got,
Nice beer. I got Black Cab Stout by Fuller's, same guys.
Hey, same as me.
Hey, snap. Great tastes, think I like. Or
Yeah, probably.
Like
I'll do like a dark beer.
yeah, I've gone stouty today.
More flavour.
Gone stout. Oh, we might as well show them all. Fuck it.
Yeah, go on.
Gone stouty. So we got a 49er.
When I actually put this video up last week, when I put it up last week, I got a new sub from someone called Beer Reviews. So
Shut up, really?
Yeah. So I think
that's brilliant.
I think we need to talk about the beer as well, you know, while we're talking about the vinyl, you know, just give it a bit of a discussion.
Send us some beer and we'll review it.
Yeah. No, I think he reviews his own beer. I don't think he's giving out free samples, but yeah. But if anybody does want to do that.
Shepherd Neame Double Stout.
Cool.
It's lovely. This is Shepherd Neame is the oldest brewery in the country.
Right. Good. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Apparently.
Where is Shepherd's Neame?
It's in Kent.
Kent. Okay, Kentish.
Kentish, like Kentish ale.
You want to do it yourself or?
Yeah. No, go on. I don't know.
Right, so we're going to go for your C's today.
Yeah, it's amazing because thanks for tuning in last week with my hour and 15-minute show.
Fortunately, today's one's not going to be so long.
No, I mean we got.
We've got so many
we
C's.
got some C's. A fairly normal amount.
Yeah, that's
normal.
Yeah. That will be about half hour probably.
Next week these are all big again. Got quite a lot of these.
Yeah.
And like when I did my shows, a lot of people have watched last week amazingly. And when I did my show as well, I did a weird thing of playing my favourite 20-minute plus songs just for nerd's sake again.
Yeah.
And I've got loads of people listening.
Just to say, he's talking about his show on Metal Devastation Radio. After this comes out on Monday, it's kind of following at 7 o'clock by Metal Devastation Radio show. He does from 7 till 9, and the link is in the bottom. Down below.
You have to press show more. Or
that's it. Push show more, and it shows up the link. It also shows the link to my podcast. Make sure you tune into my podcast as well. High Speed Hell podcast. That's available anytime. All 270 shows are all there on my blog for you to tune into.
I'm 162 now, so it's not bad.
But
it sounded like bullshit, like I did that on purpose to get the promotion out. I did like when I started talking about it.
Oh right, no, that's the whole point. Get some promotion for your stuff as well. Yeah, when I do all these, that's why I started doing all the vinyl and all my CDs and whatever, because I want people to sort of find it on YouTube and move and hopefully want to listen to my podcast.
Ultimately,
all the cool bands that I play.
In a way, all the stuff you're doing is ultimately to get people to listen to your podcast.
Basically,
that's the original thing you did, wasn't it?
Basically, more or less.
Yeah.
Apart from the comic stuff that I do, because that doesn't really. To be honest, I've got a lot of people who like comics, because I do a lot of comics on my channel. And there's a few old Scottish fellas, but nice guys, they're all cool guys. Some are a bit Christian-y, a bit like that. And I was posting up from the Death Metal Festival the other day, and I'm posting up bands like Sodomized Cadaver and stuff like that.
Wicked band, by the way.
And I'm thinking, how are all my comic friends going to think about these videos going out? They're going to be looking at this and go, what the hell is that Grey Man into? We thought he liked superheroes. He's posting up Sodomized Cadaver and Human Mycosis and all kinds of Clunge Destroyer and stuff like that. It's like,
Got some of that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, I've got a little bit of British
kind of stuff. Anyway, come on, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
First C. We've actually got to do two. We've got to do C and D, but the D's going to come up next week. Because I'm away basically. I've got lots of things going on, so I'm away. So we do 2 weeks for the price of one. But you're only going to get 1 week at a time. Yeah, but we shouldn't have told you that. It could have been our secret, but never mind. Yeah. But then the thing is that you would have changed your shirt, but I would have kept the same shirt on, and we would have just wear the same shirt forever.
You never know.
Yeah.
And also, like when we were premiering it up, people were a bit freaked out that what's going on? Like, isn't it live?
They thought it was live, and they wondered how we were able to chat at the same time as talking on the screen.
Anyway, right. This guy. Talk about this guy. It's
a nice pink cover, mate.
Yeah, this is Robert Calvert, and these are my dad's albums actually. Right. This guy was. I'm gonna have a lot of Hawkwind connections.
Right. Yeah.
This guy was he was in Hawkwind as a poet really in the early 70s. He come on and used to say poetry.
Oh, right.
He also wrote a load of songs. He wrote Silver Machine actually. Hit.
Yeah.
He did
probably
that
the only Hawkwind song I actually know.
And most people, in fact. It was a big hit for him. And then he basically left the band and did solo stuff. He's really a poet-writer.
Right.
He's a genius songwriter, a genius writer in general. Like, he writes plays, books. Right. But he was also mentally ill.
Okay,
there is a shame.
There is a fine line between creativity and mental. Yeah,
like,
there is that.
Mental and genius.
He
was classic.
A dichotomy, I believe they call that, old Bean.
Well, he probably thinks too much because he's smart.
That's right. They do say that people who are smart suffer from more because they overanalyse everything too much. Yeah,
he was genius in his lyrics. But anyway, like then he did a couple of solo albums. The first solo album's really good. It's Captain Lockheed and the Starfighters, which was in the mid-70s. It actually was Hawken, really, even then it was on the album. Did another album in the 70s. Then he rejoined Hawken in the late 70s and took over the band as pretty much the leader. Right. Left again and went solo again. But it was into the 80s and I really don't like the music. Because I like
it started taking on 80s vibes rather than
rocky vibes. You know? I basically, the two albums I got are really dated sounding.
So what about that Captain Lockhart? Have you got those ones?
Unfortunately not. No. My dad,
seas.
when we split albums out, maybe my sister's got it, but they're good albums. But yeah, it's like, it's that 80s synth pop sort of sound, really.
Pretty underground, though. Yeah. I can't say I've heard of it.
No. But the tunes are
the same, like Jean-Michel Jarre kind of thing, or
more popular, more like Ultra Fox sort of style.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I got Freck album. A lot of it's about minor strike.
Short for frequency, is it?
Probably, yeah. A lot of it's about.
It's political kind of.
Well, he is.
So it's lyrically political, but musically pop.
Yeah, I mean, he did a lot of political lyrics.
That's a crazy,
Urban Guerrilla.
That's a crazy combination.
Yeah. Urban Guerrilla, he done, like, you got the work song, Acid Rain, Standing on the Picket Line. You know, this album intersperses with clips from the miners' strike. Right. But the music's...
What do you mean it intersperses with it?
Like there's live sort of footage of people talking on the picket line. Maybe Calvert was there as well, like...
what, that's video that's online for like music videos, you mean?
No, it's on the album.
Between songs. You can hear it in between songs.
Between songs you hear someone talking or whatever. So kind of interesting, but the music's a bit shitty.
Yeah, well, kind of iffy, I suppose.
And this was actually was the last album he done. Test Tube Conceived. Futuristic idea.
Why was it his last album? Did he pop his clogs? Or?
He died in '88 of a heart attack.
Oh god.
Yeah. But it's a shame. There's a website you can look up, and his family and brought out a big fucking book with all his stuff.
Right.
Like I say, he's a genius, you know. Yeah, much in the same style as that, really, kind of synth pop sound, but with, but you know, it's not bad. Right. But it's a shame I don't have the Captain Lockheed and the Starfighters, whatever it's called. It's a funny concept album about the Starfighters. There was these planes in Germany that kept crashing all the time. It's like partially true.
So Lockheed is an airplane company, isn't it?
Maybe. The Starfighters were, well, you know, flying people, but like, it's based on these planes that kept the Luftwaffe. Right. That kept crashing all the time and killing people. Oh. And it's kind of based on that, but it's like a comedy. Oh. Like, it's strange.
What about the Test Tube Conceived? Is that all to do with miners' strikes? Is there a theme on that one going on?
I'm not sure, but it's quite futuristic because he likes to write quite a lot of science fiction futuristic stuff as well.
Okay, it's interesting.
Yeah, he did a concert album called Hype. Right. About a sort of rock and roll star gone bad. You know, the typical thing. Really.
Yeah. It sounds like he was interested in. You know,
he wrote plays.
Anyway.
He wrote a play about Jimi Hendrix when he was in the army.
Right. Okay.
The guy's a genius.
Did it actually get
none of his stuff? That's the thing. Like, it's a shame really because fans love him, but on the outside, no one knows who he is really. You know, which is a shame. So I'm not sure if he really earned much money at all out of his work, really, you know, but...
Probably more than us, though.
Oh, yeah. Got by, I think. Right. Let's do it.
Okay.
Here we go.
Now, here's something I have in my collection.
Yeah.
I don't think I've got it on vinyl, though. I think I've only got it on CD.
Right.
I'm pretty sure I've only got
Cannibal
it on CD.
Corpse debut album.
Actually, no, I can't fucking remember now. I think I might have got an album, actually.
Eaten back to life.
Yeah. Cool artwork.
Yeah, mental, isn't it? No, you did, because I remember you saying cool artwork.
Yeah, probably did.
Lyrics.
I think my own CD and vinyl, that's probably why I can't
Produced by
remember.
Scott Burns, he produced everyone around
Who was the artist on that? Anyway, you know, was it say the artist? I always can never remember the name of the artist. It wasn't.
I always should bring.
Wasn't that Kev Sharp again? What it was? Was it? It was on the other one.
No, hang on. Front cover art. Vincent Locke.
Okay.
But he done all the artwork.
Yeah.
The funny thing is...
You know, you showed off the Black Sabbath one the other day with the mob rules.
Yeah.
And I said it looks a bit like Cannibal Corpse. There's something about the colouring of this of the blood made it remind me of that art.
I wonder if it's him.
I don't know.
Look.
Yeah.
Maybe it's one of his early things, you know. But he drew all the Cannibal Corpse stuff, and the funny thing is, they never met.
Oh, right.
Cannibal Corpse.
Did he actually make the art specifically for them, or was it just art they normally
specifically for them.
Oh, right, cool. Because sometimes you do get artists who will take band will take, like, for example, Obituaries. Some of their covers were also like used for H.P. Lovecraft books. The one with all the eyeballs on it. I think it's I can't remember what it is now.
Oh, Cause of Death.
Yeah. That's been used on other things before.
Oh, really?
So sometimes they won't always commission an artist to do an album specifically. They'll take the art they've already got in place, kind of thing. That's quite a lot, isn't it?
You're checking this artist.
Yeah, I was going to look at one. See if I can find it.
I still think this is my favourite Cannibal Corpse album, the first one.
Yeah.
I like it, you know, Born in a Casket, Skull from Maggot.
My favourite's Shredded Humans.
Yeah, I love Shredded Humans.
Yeah.
I've only got a couple of Cannibal Corpse.
Father was free, but we always physical out of the dash. His eye was ejected, his sudden effect, his season all collapse. I haven't got a breath for it, but yeah.
But that's what I'm saying about that album, is you can sort of still hear what he's saying.
Yeah.
The next couple, he went for the more inaudible, you know what he's saying, didn't he? Like, so you got the next one, which was Butchered at Birth.
Yeah. Butchered at Birth hasn't got as memorable tracks on it, I don't think. It's a bit more...
The music's great, but the vocally, it become really inaudible. And this is the censored version, unfortunately, but I got the non-censored inside.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is definitely censored.
Yeah. But there's the inside. There you go.
Okay, that Mob Rules, the cover art is a modified version of artist Greg Hildebrand's piece entitled Dream One, Crucifiers from 1971.
Wow, okay, so it was actually...
Black Sabbath licensed its use for the cover of Mob Rules.
Oh, fuck me, so it's actually 10 years older. That was drawn in 71.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Some fans claim the name Ozzy was spelled out on the album cover, something Iommi dismisses as rubbish in his autobiography. Yeah. Apparently some of the stains on the floor look like it might have spelled out Ozzy. So people were saying it's like they've killed Ozzy kind of thing. As like
I'll have to look at that.
I think there's probably a case of fucking fans imagination being a little bit overworked, if you ask me.
I've read Tony Iommi's autobiography, but I don't remember that. So this Tomb of the Mutilated were like really fucking full on vocally, you know, you couldn't really understand what I'm saying. But but I stopped buying Cannibal Corpse. I sort of was a bit... I like Cannibal Corpse, but I just stopped buying vinyl.
Yeah.
One Cannibal Corpse album, let's be honest, sounds much like a Cannibal Corpse album.
You could say that. They're all pretty
similar. But I like... The other ones I really like is actually Bloodthirsty. I fucking love that album. That's probably arguably my favourite as well, with the newest singer. That was like mid-90s.
All music fucking welds into one in my brain nowadays, because I've got,
so many albums.
Exactly, and I've got for a phrase of buying all the albums and not hardly fucking listening to them, not having the time to listen to them really, so they're kind of like, you know, maybe one or two songs off an album here or there will be in my head. Otherwise, they won't be. You know, there's general appreciation of Cannibal Corpse, and I've seen them live plenty of times. But like, you know, don't ask me to name every fucking album or every song off every album.
Well, this one has legendary Meat Hook Sodomy.
Oh yeah.
Absolute nasty classic.
Yeah.
So I never bothered buying any, and then way later on, I just bought this album. Don't know why I did it, but it's a good album actually. The Wretched Spawn. Again, it's not the real cover. It's another censored cover. Back. This was a really good comeback.
They do that more with the vinyl, the expensive cover. I think the CDs you normally get okay.
Probably, maybe, but
maybe because they take it looks bigger on the rack, maybe in the shops, so they tend to censor it
gatefold.
more.
See, that has a little bit of the original cover because that's bursting out of a woman's stomach.
Yeah.
The wretched spawn.
What about the old? Mouth, what's the
fanny? The lot. It's nice and disgusting.
Poor old Jack and Danny gets a bit of a butcher.
Yeah.
What's the is it Tomb of the Mutilated where the zombies are fucking going down on each other? Is it Tomb of the Mutilated? It's like a half skeleton zombies performing cunnilingus on a corpse.
But they're all stabbed and sliced up and all that. Yeah.
Suitably sick. I think I've got a t-shirt of that one.
That's got the legendary entrails ripped from a Thursday's Camp track.
Yeah, cool. So, you got to have a sick song title.
Yeah.
We'll have to do that as a theme for a show. Pick out the sickest song title. Come up with the 5 sickest song titles we can find.
Well, my next album.
See if we can.
The next album, I think, fucking does it all.
But show that one off then, because the thing with Carcass. Is you got the t-shirt as well. They're not. I mean, the titles are sick, but they're too medically fucking
complex.
Yeah, complex to know what even saying. They could be like, they could be talking about fucking flowers blooming or something. You don't know what the fucking words mean half the time.
Well, this album, I remember when I saw it.
Definitely a sick cover. I remember looking at that one.
1988
in HMV, and I was just like, that is fucking disgusting.
Yeah, I couldn't fucking believe it.
Yeah.
I mean, basically,
I think I've actually got the what you call it, the censored cover on my one.
Yeah.
Mine's just a black sleeve with a bit of a white artwork on it.
The thing that freaks me out about this is it's real.
Yeah,
it's real dead bodies.
It's a collage of dead bodies.
There you go.
Pictures, isn't it? It's
like Putrefaction, Carcass' debut album.
We're having pizza later on. That's kind of put me off it.
Yeah, it looks like pizza.
A little bit.
And the song titles are insane. I mean, like, the funny thing is, they're so disgusting, they named them twice. Because you got the song title and then explaining the song underneath.
Right. I never saw that before.
Yeah, so like...
I've not seen that one.
Yeah.
The only one I can remember is Lavaging Expectorate of Lysogyne Composition off of the, not Swan Song, not before Swan Song, Heartwork. Off the Heartwork album, I think it is.
No, that would have been Necrotism, I think.
Oh no, the Necrotism just came in Salubrious, that's the one, that's still on that one, I remember now.
This is less medical, this is less, just more, like, disgusting.
Yeah.
So,
Foeticide, is that?
Yeah, Feast on Dismembered Carnage.
Oh, right, I thought it was more medically inclined than that one.
The next one, I think, is more medically. Rigor, there you go, Sanguine, Flesh Feast, Gorging on Festered Entrails and Warm Meat. So they explain the song.
Yeah.
Let's go one more. Festa Day, leave you to fester and eat you alive. Yeah, it's entertaining to say the least. As far as the album goes, it's actually pretty shit.
Yeah.
It sounds really poorly produced.
Yeah, it's just a fucking mess, really. It's just a kind of like...
They know it's a mess as well, it's not as well produced as anywhere near what they wanted. In fact, if you've ever heard the demo, it sounds better.
Right.
It's really loud.
But then a lot of people who like the fucking this kind of disgustingly dirty, sick death metal get off on that nasty sound as well.
When you think about it, this is
draw.
Mosh 6. When you think about it, this is the first gore grind. I mean, how many gore grind bands are there around now because of this? Gore bands,
Yeah, I'm not sure if there were any other bands around at the time who were doing a similar thing.
No, it took a while.
There might be some German bands at that point. When did Blood were quite pathologist? I think they're probably a lot later than these ones actually.
Yeah, Mortician might have been around then.
But they were more straight death metal than gore.
Repulsion, I guess.
Yeah, again, more death metal than gore grind, I reckon.
Yeah. So yeah, this is.
Fuck, we have to do research. That's a good idea. It's a clever idea, mate. We can actually do some research on this vinyl before we talk about it.
It's all in my mind, mate.
Yeah. And what isn't there is.
It's also really bassy.
Yeah, alright.
Like it's really loud and bassy, but yeah.
Did you know the band before you bought them, or you just see the cover and thought, fuck it, that's sick, I'm buying it?
I think I'd heard of them, but I bought that cover.
There's no plastic sleeve though on it.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Don't have to get your plastic sleeve, mate.
Yeah. But I like Carcass. And it matches.
Were they doing another album?
What?
Carcass? Because they come back for a few gigs, didn't they? They come back to
yeah. They did an album called Surgical Steel.
Oh yeah.
I don't think they've done anything since.
No, I think I had that album as well. Fuck me.
It's alright. It reminds me of like a mixture of Heartwork and Nepotisms, that sort of style.
I've forgotten all about it. I've even bought that album and fucking played it a few times, but I've obviously fucking forgotten it already.
Matches, almost.
Almost. Particularly in the face area, it looks like it's been ripped off a corpse.
So I got the second album.
That was the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, Symphony of Sickness.
So I don't think I've got the first album then. I think I might have it on tape.
A censored, well, the outside says the inside isn't. This is really good. I mean, longer songs, really quite technical.
Still rough fucking production. Still
but
really...
it's not bad. Colin Richardson, it's actually a pretty reasonable production. Vocals are a bit low in the mix, but it's still pretty cool.
It's quite thin sounding though, isn't it? It's not like a chunky sound.
Next is a wicked sound. The next album has a great sound.
Yeah, so when they really fucking...
Yeah, there's the inside. But I love
the
title track's awesome. Rapture and Purulence is awesome. Exhume to Consume.
Embryonic Necropsy and Devourment.
Yes.
That's a good track. Swarming vulgar mass of infected virulency.
I feel good at reading.
Yeah.
It's a cool album. You can't read the lyrics because they're fucking there's a beat away.
Yeah. The lyrics are tiny little blue lettering on a collage of blood and guts. Yeah, you can't read them. Festering scabs, pupillae and pores, hardened carbuncles, spot and cold sore. Yeah, it's too
most of the time it's. I mean,
we could have done a recital. We could have a little poetry recital. Maybe.
The first two albums are kind of just about eating fucking corpses.
Yeah,
it's nasty as fuck.
Pus and purulence and other words you look up in the dictionary.
That's the only final I've got at Carcass. I really Nepotism I really like. I've got probably on CD.
Yeah.
And Heartwork I really like. That was different, but that was in a way invented melodic death metal. Heartwork along with At the Gates. And then they did Swan Song, which weren't so good.
I didn't mind Swan Song. I thought it was
groovy.
Right. Yeah, it's a little more groovy. Yeah.
And Circle still
keep on rotting in a free world or something.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Now this is the only. I feel bad that this is the only final by this band because it's just the best artwork.
Yeah.
The best artwork for a band.
And a bloody good band as well.
I fucking love this band. This is Cathedral, and this is their debut Forest of Equilibrium. Which I know you weren't too keen on, was you?
No, I got that album and I thought I didn't like it. It was too slow. The first one was too slow and boring. I ended up swapping it with Mike when our guitarist was suffering for a blinking Celtic Frost picture disc.
Yeah.
Like interview picture disc, and later on I ended up buying it on CD afterwards. But after they brought out the EP. Soul Sacrifice. It was like when they got the groove on. Yeah, they got the groove on, and it was like, oh yeah, this is fucking awesome. But that one was just a bit slow and boring, and I was like more listening.
What do you think of it now?
I don't mind it now. That's why I bought it again on CD. I've sort of with different ears. You kind of listen to it a few years later. I mean,
inside.
I think at the time that came out, it was all death metal, and I was like, I'm more listening to like Swedish death metal and whatever. And like that was just like, oh, this is boring. This just goes on forever. It's slow. But then later on, I sort of come to appreciate like doom death more, and doom and even funeral doom. I can get off on there.
Which, in a way, this is like the originator of. In a way, it's really
much,
slow. I fucking love this album.
Yeah.
I love all the other Cathedral. What I think of this album is
that one's probably the one that I've least listened to.
Yeah.
I mean, I did buy it Excel on CD. But I mean, I much prefer the groovier ones.
They're great.
Yeah,
they're fucking great.
And live, I
played the 20
Did you guys
see
it live when they played at the Standard? They played a few times at Standard on that album, and I was like, "Can I be bothered to go?" And I heard that.
Can I be bothered to go?
I was like, "No, I don't like this."
Fucking hell.
I'm not going to bother going. But like, when they started getting their groove on, we saw them a few times at the not Red Eye, but the Devil's Church. I think it was at the what's that one? Up near Foyle's Bookshop in London. Borderline. Is it Borderline?
Borderline, yeah.
Yeah, I thought I saw at the Borderline. My big brother, he fucking loved Cathedral, so every time they played, we'd go and get down for them. Did you go to their last gig?
Very last gig. I went to when they did this album all the way through as an anniversary thing.
That was
that was awesome as well.
I think I went to that one, but a little while before that I went to another gig that they did, supported by Church of Misery.
What I would say is I fucking love this album. I just love the guitar tone on it is fucking heavy as shit.
Dirty,
and also,
miserable.
And also his vocals are really unusual, like different to what they've become. They're melancholy, a bit growly, almost like Napalm Death growls as well. I fucking love it. The first track, fucking Commiserating the Celebration, I fucking love that song.
Right.
And
I can't even
Ebony Tears.
I couldn't name a track off it.
Soul Sacrifice on it.
What's that one?
Yeah, a shortened version.
What, and a slower version, I'm assuming?
No, it's the only fast song. The only fast song in the album.
I don't remember it being
But it's
on
even
there.
shorter. It's only about 2 minutes odd.
But with the same tempo as the... oh, right, that's weird. I don't remember it at all from fucking listening to that.
Yeah, it's the only fast song in the album.
It's not a vinyl, like, only track or nothing like that. It's part of the normal album,
yeah.
Because I listened to the CD when I eventually went out to buy it, and I don't remember fucking hearing that track on there.
And the great thing as well is you can when you get the CDs, they usually come with a poster, thankfully, because like the album artwork is just fucking amazing.
Do we know who the artist is?
Yeah, Terry. It's a guy called Terry Pratchett, not Pratchett the writer. Patchett.
Does he do like book art and stuff like that?
Probably, yeah. He did Iron Maiden's Dance of the Dead cover as well, but really
that wasn't as good as that though. That's quite no.
Everyone slated that cover off. Actually,
I don't think it was as good as that. I was trying to remember if I can remember what Dance of the Dead cover looks like.
But I think most of his work was with Cathedral.
Right. But it is cool stuff. It's
like
very,
beauty and darkness.
Yeah, it's psychedelic and surreal and like there is some weird shit going on. Yeah. This is actually an interesting cover. This wasn't like my cover because you've got the band's name's not on there even.
No,
there's nothing.
There's nothing to tell you. It's Cathedral whatsoever, which I love.
Sure, my one wasn't like this. This maybe it's not like a special edition or something.
No.
Because I swear the one.
Well, maybe it is a re-release. It's not original, so maybe it's been.
Maybe it was re-released just art only, like a virgin cover as they call it in comics. And there's no logos, just the artwork. That's interesting. I'm pretty sure mine definitely had the all the gunk on there. Otherwise, fucking if it was a brand new band just brought an album, there's fuck all on there. Who's gonna buy it?
Yeah, but that's underground feel, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but when it's a reprint, obviously it's a little bit easier to bloody well. I don't break your albums. Yeah. It's a little bit easier to be recognised, isn't it?
Well, I wonder if you know this. I mean, you're big on your thrash, but this is quite unusual-ish.
CIA.
Yeah, this is a side project by...
is it the guy from Nuclear Assault?
Yeah, it's Glenn Evans, Nuclear Assault, the drummer. It's his side project, thrash metal thing. To be honest...
Do you know what? I wonder if I was getting fucking confused. Because I bought like this... I always thought... because I remember that back in the day, like reading Metal Forces and all that, I remember one of the guys from Nuclear Assault had a side project, and I remember thinking it was this band called Heart Attack. Do you know Heart Attack?
Nah.
Because I remember saying, I remember if I was getting the fucking long end of the stick, I'm going to have to look them up now, because when I bloody will showed them off on my channel, well this is my channel, but when I showed them off in my videos, I was saying, because I thought I remembered that Heart Attack was a side project of one of the guys from Nuclear Assault.
Yeah.
And I wondered if I was getting confused with this CIA actually. Okay. Now I'm thinking about it. Let's have a quick look at Heart Attack and see who's in the lineup. I was completely and utterly fucking incorrect with my memory. No, Glenn Evans is in that as well.
Oh, there you go.
Glenn Evans was in Heart Attack as well. So thank goodness my fucking brain is not quite as shit as I thought it was. Yeah, so that's cool. So he must have done CIA as well as Heart Attack.
He does vocals in it. He's vocals. So his vocals are more shouty, punky, whereas John Connolly in Nuclear Assault was high pitched, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
To be honest, it just sounds like straight up thrash metal. Like Nuclear Assault, it's not really done anything particularly
different. Not very much different.
No.
But maybe you want to do is who knows? Who knows?
Right. This next album.
Some spare time in his hands and thought, let's do another album.
This next album is another childhood favourite, and is also one of the most famous live albums ever. And I absolutely love it.
Okay.
It's absolutely brilliant. And this is Cheap Trick.
Cheap Trick?
Cheap Trick, live at the Budokan.
Oh, I've heard that name,
yeah. You see. And there's the back.
I never thought of Cheap Trick being like a big, really fucking, I've heard the name.
Yeah.
It's a bell, but
this was massive from this live album.
What are they? What era?
Rock. This came out in '79.
Oh,
they had their
when I hear the name Cheap Trick, I thought they were like a fucking glam band.
Yeah, well, they're kind of a little bit.
Hair metal band or something.
Comes with a booklet.
Yeah.
Which is cool. It's funny because they're an American band. They're from Chicago.
Yeah. That's quite an extensive little booklet.
Yeah.
You don't get shit like that so much anymore, do you? Where is the Budokan? It's not in Japan, is it?
Yeah, it is in Japan.
It is in Japan, right?
And what it is they're an American band from Chicago. They had like a couple albums out before this, but they were just not big in America at all.
Oh, right, so
but they were huge in Japan.
They did better out of their own country.
If you listen to the album, it's remarkable because the girls are screaming like they're the Beatles.
You make me want to sing that song now. Big in Japan, big in Japan tonight. Big in Japan.
I know that one, mate.
Oh, fuck, it's a pop song, so I shouldn't know it either, really. But
and yeah, they were massive in Japan, and the girls are screaming at them like they're the Beatles. And what I love about this album,
and they go home and no fucking knew them.
pretty much. Although I think they knew them after this a bit more.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
And basically what I love about this album is, I mean, it's I don't think you wouldn't like it. It's just a rock album, but like I love. It's way better than the studio albums because they sound quite poppy.
Right.
It's really raw. It's totally not dubbed. You can hear mistakes all over it. It's like a proper live album, which
not
is quite
professional
rare.
like our show where we have everything rehearsed,
sorted out, and reviewed.
Yeah.
Is it Yellow Vinyl? Because
no, I don't think so. It looks like
no, that's a shame. Because
is there another Yellow Vinyl one?
Yeah, because when I grew up, it was it came out on bright see-through yellow vinyl, which was unusual for the time.
Yeah,
it might be one of the first coloured vinyls.
Maybe, who knows?
But my one doesn't have that. But yeah, absolutely brilliant album. Yeah, and because the guitars are all yellow, I think.
Yeah,
great stuff. Yeah, family album. My mum and dad used to play it all the time.
I've just got right. Carry on, old boy.
Yeah.
We're talking pizza on my computer.
Oh yeah, good.
Because I told Carly you were vegan after last week's revelation when you said you were vegan, but apparently veggie will do.
Well, the problem is I went to my mate. I don't like to dictate that I'm vegan to guests. I'm going to be a guest. So vegan's difficult for people. So they tried it, but they did make mistakes and so just ate veggies. So
I mean, you're only new
not
to it anyway.
demanding.
You're not militant vegan.
No, not at all.
You didn't force yourself to throw up because I accidentally gave you a chickpea that had seen a bacon at one point.
Yeah, this chickpea they looked like chickens.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah. Right, yeah, this is some old punk. I love the new wave of punk as well. So this is the first Clash album, which is an absolute classic. There's the photo for the Clash.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah. New wave punk, and that was taken out Camden Lock, that photo. What can you say? An absolute classic.
Lots of people like to have a drink down Camden Lock. It's one of the favourite hangouts in London for getting pissed in, isn't it?
Every song's pretty fucking
the thing with
great,
Camden, it's like a wide bloody music area for all kinds of metal. You know, you got metal heads, you get your rock and roll people, you get your fucking punks and everything, all hanging around down Camden.
Police didn't like punk.
Is that at Camden?
Yeah, probably. I don't know, but Police chasing people. Yeah, great album. Love it. And then they brought out their second album, Give Them Enough Rope. This album got a little bit of stick because it's kind of a bit more produced, but actually the guitars are heavier on it. They're bigger, but there's some more sort of poppier songs in it, but also some heavier songs. But I really like this album. It's a great album. English Civil War.
Again. I'm still trying to look at the first coloured vinyl.
Julie's been working for the Drudge Squad. Is a great title.
Images of first coloured vinyl. Usual track. First of them. No.
Nothing on it.
No.
Oh well.
Nothing with just do that search. I might be able to do a.
Oh, images of first coloured vinyl. Okay.
Yeah, maybe they'll lead me to a
looks like
website.
yellow. Alright. No bright yellow ones.
No. Never mind. Got a Ramones one here, coloured vinyl.
Okay.
Fuck it.
But anyway, great. But I only really like the first two Clash albums. Obviously, the next album was their sort of legendary London Calling, which is widely considered their best. And it's alright, but the thing is, they left their punk behind and sounded more funky and a bit poppier.
Yeah, and they probably had some bloody promotional
it.
tools behind them at that point. And they was probably saying, you've got to appeal to a wider audience and all that.
And
as they always talk about it.
By the end, they just sounded like a pop band.
Yeah.
Combat Rocket's fucking so poppy.
Right.
Rock the Casper and
you
know that. It's like,
Rock the Casper. Yeah, that's right. It's all he does.
Yeah. Right, let's have a quick sip.
So they lost their edge, they lost their anger, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind London Calling because they're discovering new music. I don't mind that, but then when you sort of
Well, some of the punk bands though, is it the fact that they're
into reggae a lot,
right? But also because they've learned how to play their instruments by the time the third album comes along, and it's like I know.
The Clash are pretty good musicians actually,
right.
especially a very good drummer and bass player actually. So by the time they got on later albums, they were a bit better, you know. But okay, this album's a great story, really. I mean, I used to see this album in my dad's collection all the time. Yeah. But I never really knew what it was, and obviously when my dad passed away, we split the albums. I thought, I'll take that and have a listen. Yeah. It's fucking amazing. Okay. This is a band called Clear Blue Sky. Okay. Very unusual, very rare prog rock. This album is in really good condition. It's worth a few £100. Yeah, it's worth a lot of money. They only did a couple of albums. Well, they only really did one album, proper, and all the three musicians in it are all really young, like early 20s, and they never really went on and did other things. But this album's brilliant.
What prog you say? Or
it's prog rock, yeah. Prog rock. And they got.
There was a lot of prog fucking. There was fucking hundreds of. You know what I mean? So you think there's a lot of metal, there was fucking shitloads of prog bands.
Yeah, it was hard to put yourself up front, really, I guess. But I love it. It's really, there's a whole one-side track called Journey to the Inside the Sun, which it just sounds really weird.
We can expect that on your next 20-minute bus show then.
I have played the first part because there's a track called Sweet Leaf. Okay. A year before Black Sabbath did the Sweet Leaf, because I think this is 1970. So yeah, look, Sweet Leaf. A year before, but it's a really good record. Really good record. I love it.
Is it keyboards on there, or is it?
Nah, straight up guitar, bass, drums. Right.
So not bluesy at all. Just
well, everything was bluesy. Right. So there's a bit of blues in there, and psychedelia as well. But it's just I just really like it.
Cool. And you never heard your dad playing it?
No, it's strange because it's always in the collection.
Yeah, maybe you didn't like it.
Maybe you didn't like it.
Yeah, maybe
I fucking like it.
Yeah, well, you was discovering it with New Year's, weren't you? I think he probably had it because like we do, we've fucking got too many records, and if he doesn't catch you the first time, a couple of times you listen to it, it can get lost in the wayside. Yeah. And I've got so many fucking CDs, and I look at it and I go, oh yeah, this is really cool, but I can only name one song off it. Yeah. And it's like one song off that album I remember really well. The rest of them,
no, not at all. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like.
That happens a lot.
Yeah, like I was digging out for a CD, and it'd be like what I've played when I was DJing, and I play it like a lot whenever I DJ, and I got that CD, I'd be like, I'll play that track because that's the track that I really really like off it. But then you kind of like completely lose track of the rest of the tracks.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
This next, I've only got one final from this band, and this album was kind of in between their sort of styles, because this band started out as a punk band, then progressed into a kind of thrash kind of heavy metal band, and then ended up a stoner rock band.
Okay, so they went through the changes.
Yeah, this is like the album in between.
Musical Chameleon.
This is the most heavy metal album they've done in between. This is Corrosion Conformity.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and this is an album called Blind, which came out in '91.
This is just one of those bands that I instinctively decided to hate without even listening to.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean? When you like
diverse though.
Yeah, mate, I don't know. I've never listened
like
to.
I say, they're punk.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I heard that. Yeah, got by Stoner, didn't they? Apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I heard that. But like, you know, like when you're reading like metal magazines, and you know there's the fucking flavour of the month, and they're trying to shove them down people's throats. Any band like that, I automatically fucking have a knee-jerk fuck off reaction.
When they do that with this, I guess they.
Yeah, I think they do, because it's one of those bands I was seeing everywhere, and I'm like, well, I'm not even gonna fucking give. I don't know if it's just fucking some kind of extreme like elite snobbery or something. But there's always in certain bands, and I see them as soon as I see them, I'm like, nah. Yeah. No, they're not for me. They're a fucking Kerrang band, you know. Yeah. And I think Corrosion Conformity, like that fucking Lamb of God, another band I never fucking give it a time of day to.
Yeah, right, Lamb of God. They kind of sound a bit like Pantera, to be honest.
Yeah, well, that's fucking that's it then.
Lamb of God's alright.
I hate Pantera, and I probably hate Lamb of God, but I never really listen to them. So
I think you will.
I haven't listened to them enough to hate them, but I'm sure I do hate them. I do hate them.
I can tell you and the viewers everything he likes and hates. I guarantee it. But no, this is a great album. Dance of the Dead is brilliant. Folk with the Bullet is awesome. Yeah. But yeah, like I say, before this, they were like punk, straight up punk, and then from Carolina, I think. And then they went sort of slightly thrashy, and this is like the mid thing. This is like almost just straight sort of heavy metal. Then it went stoner rock.
If you think about it, there have been a few bands that if they've been around for long enough, who changed so drastically over the years. For example, fucking Red Hot Chili Peppers was one that you can figure. They started off like fucking punky kind of stuff, didn't they? But as far as I'm aware, they went all fucking jazzy kind of whatever the name, fucking funky, and now they've gone to pop, But they've been around fucking donkeys, didn't they?
Look how much Paradise Lost changed.
Yeah.
You know, it's amazing.
Well, I think you got some in your peas, have you?
Yeah,
I'll save the Paradise Rock. I'll say the Paradise Lost rant until we get to the peas.
Yeah, Paradise. You almost say Paradise Rot. You don't like that, man.
No.
You did have one though, didn't you?
I had one in my collection, but they were just a band. Like even when they were like the thing that would most likely to appeal to me with their style, even then they didn't appeal to me that much. I was like, it's all right, but it's just not.
What you think?
Yeah, it just wasn't really cutting it for me. You know.
Fair dues. Nothing wrong with that. Now this band is fucking mental.
It's a mental cover.
Yeah, it is. And this was like one of the first sort of anarchic punk sort of bands, straight in your fucking face.
No.
This was along with Discharge, I would say, as the first band to totally take melody totally out of vocals.
Right.
This is, I think, this is Crass.
Okay, yeah.
And this is their debut album. I think it's Feeding the 5,000. I think it's called something like that.
Biblical.
There it is.
Isn't that what Jesus did? Feed the 5,000.
Yeah, something like that.
With like 2 loaves and 2 fishes.
Yeah, feeding off the 5,000.
Or was it 4 loaves and 2 fishes? I can't remember now. Or was it 4 fishes and 2 loaves? Answer below.
Mega political, ranting kind of.
Yeah.
But they're also like a collective really, because they'd have guests on stage and activists.
So they were anarchy kind of
full on.
Yeah.
Full on. And the singer was called Steve Ignorant.
Oh,
pretty funny. But
yeah, it's a cool cover anyway.
They did some great album covers.
Right, that's weird. The other one looks like it's a front cover almost on its own because there's no information on it. So the back's got no information. The Feed and the 5,000, Crass, and just Walthamstow address.
Yeah.
That's just down the road from us.
Yeah.
Host Street.
Host Street.
Small Wonder Records. We need to.
I didn't even see that.
No, 162 Host Street, Walthamstow.
Shall we have a look at it?
Yeah, we should go there.
With the record.
We should go there, yeah.
I knew they were sort of East London sort of base.
Yeah. That's a fucking sick colour. I'm going to hold up a bit closer so people can see it with a little bit better. Yeah, there's lots of stuff going on there.
Yeah.
I mean, you can make it out. Yeah.
It's not subtle.
No, well, it is kind of subtle because it's like, can you tell exactly what's going on? I think there's like images alluding to certain things. There's a man like on a board there. Looks like he's been half killed.
It's an interesting collage or montage. We couldn't wear that. Collage,
no. Picture. Yeah. It's an interesting picture.
This is their second album, Stations of the Crass, and it's awesome because it folds out into a sort of big bloody thing, double album. I think one's. I can't remember.
So talking about, you were saying we could go to 182 Host Street and see if we could see this the 162 Host Street, see if we could see what's there and where the record company originally was. When I was working in Clapton, someone who was following Eric Clapton on tour came in to get their stuff stamped with a Clapton date stamp. It says in Clapton, like they were following Eric Clapton around.
Oh no, fucking idiots.
Yeah.
But again, a bit weird, isn't it?
Oh yeah, fucking hell. That is strange.
So loads of lyrics.
Surreal weirdness.
He speaks a lot. I think that's lyrics.
Yeah.
So he's always.
Are they still going?
No, they split out years ago.
Okay. What did they move on to? Any idea?
I'm not sure. I think. Funny enough,
Did you fold that the right way? Was it folded already, or did you fold it a different way?
I'm not sure. But I think Stratford Mercenaries. I think he sort of was involved with that band, and maybe Dirt as well. Or something. I know the guy from Dirt was involved with them. We know him actually. I knew him as a kid.
Right.
But
I've not heard of him.
No. But yeah, mental band.
We used to have a lot of
not. I mean,
squats
it's raw as fuck. Oh yeah.
Were they squat band? Did they do a lot of squat gigs?
Oh, I would have thought so. Yeah. And Stratford was rife with squats when they were growing up.
Stratford and all around Leytonstone before they put in the road. Yeah. Because I remember the local squat band. I don't know if you ever saw them. He's got 2 albums got going there. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Doesn't even know his own fucking albums. If I wanted to babysit him, he'd be fucking throwing them around, flinging them shit on the wall. Yeah, remember the local? Do you ever check out the local squat band Head on a Stick?
No.
Yeah, all the squat because he would say all squats along where they built the motorway. They used to basically every weekend there was a fucking party at the squat band, and Head on a Stick were kind of the local squat band. They're kind of like a ska punky kind of thing. I got their demo tape upstairs.
The annoying thing is as well is they always put this on their records, and it's pretty cool. Like pay no more than £3.
Yeah.
But these always went for shitloads of money. So I don't think I paid £3 for it.
That's the reverse commercialism of punk.
Yeah.
You're supposed to not pay so much, and then you get paid more because
then the record shops just put their own price.
Yeah.
It should be like, you know, when you buy food in a supermarket, it's got their own price, and it should be like that.
Yeah. You should better take it to the council. Look, it says £3 on here, mate. I ain't paying more than £3. It's printed on there.
Oh, we're coming to the end.
Get on with it then. Get on with it, mate. You've got D's to do, yeah?
That won't be as quick.
No, it won't. You've got stack load.
Well, last band. This band started out off as Southern Death Cult.
Right.
Did an album, then they changed the name to Death Cult. Did an album, then just The Cult.
Ah.
Yeah.
I was thinking in my head, how is this going to pan out? Right.
I think they did their debut album, which was, I think, called Dream Time. I'm not entirely sure, but it was this album that really made them big. This is The Cult and Love.
Right. It's another band I'm not.
I'm not a massive fan. I mean, I don't mind them.
Kind of rocking, rocking.
Yeah, I mean, this one's kind of more gothic rock.
What's their big track? Come
well,
on.
She Sells Sanctuary.
Right, the name's familiar.
Yeah,
How's
Rain.
it go? Sing it to me. Give me a couple of bars. But I guess they played it in all the fucking rock clubs we ever went to.
And gothic clubs and all that.
Yeah.
Like 80s cover, the inside cover there. Yeah.
Oh dear.
This was more gothy. I mean, She Sells Sanctuary. I like Revolution. It's a pretty good album. But then they released the next album, which kind of lost a lot of their gothic.
This is one of your sister's top bands, isn't it? The Cult?
Yeah, she likes The Cult. Yeah.
The Mission. No, the Mission's her favourite, isn't it?
Mission's her favourite. She lives for the Mission.
Yeah.
Hawkwind! And Hawkwind, yeah.
That's his big sister Gemma. She's lovely. I love Gemma.
Yeah, she failed to do that every concert. No matter who's playing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, during the orchestra, during the quiet bit.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. But yeah, then they brought this album out, Electric, which was seeing them move more into a hard rock kind of thing, which a lot of the gothy fans didn't like, but it's a good album. Electric. This had Wildflower.
So they were more goth when they started off and then they went to rock.
More rock, yeah.
Yeah, so the rocks and the goths don't really get on that though, do they? The goths and rockers.
Yeah. It had the track Wildflower in it, Little Devil, good songs, Love Removal Machine, Inside Cover. But it's the only Cults I got. They did the next album was Sonic Temple. Right. And that's like the trilogy of the big albums that had Fire Woman on it. I'll
probably know if I heard
Eddie,
it.
Or Edie. That was a good album as well, but they're the only two I got.
Right.
So that's it. Unbelievably, that's
all you see. That's it. That's the end of the season. That's cool. No, it's cool. It's cool. Don't forget to tune into Elric's show later on at 7 o'clock today. Tune into my podcast. All the links are in there. Oh, actually, just talking about the beer. I've drunk one of them already. Waggle Dance. Nice little aftertaste of honey.
You drunk one already?
I drank the London Pride already.
Got these to come, yeah.
I know, but I got nearly 2 bottles to do the these with. So yeah. So we talk about your beer. How's your beer taste like today?
It's lovely. It's a double stout Shepherd Neame. So
cool.
It's a really strong stout.
And if any brewers want to send us some of their wares to drink on a future show, we'll definitely review it if you send us any free beer.
We'll fucking review it to share.
We'll review it till we're fucking face down in the gutter.
Yeah. So, see you later.
Yeah.
See you
Cheers.
next week.
Don't forget, tune in Thursday for some free digital downloads I'll suggest to you. Tuesday, I'll be telling you about one of my old demo tapes. Saturday, I'll start doing my CDs as well, just in case you're not sick of my face already. I've practically got a new thing on my channel every day of the week, apart from Sunday. Anyway, cheers for watching. Bye.